A community garden to me is about a fun, friendly place where people can come and socialise, get together and garden on the same site, sharing the responsibility and the demands that a garden has and making the most of it whilst also benefiting from the social side.
A community garden is a shared space, something that belongs to us all, where we all work together to achieve something special. It's also about the people that do those things unofficially. They come down and they cut the grass and they trim the edges. They fix the water tanks when they're broken. It's about people doing things because they really love this place. I mean, for example, if you had an allotment that was owned by the council, you'd always sit there, oh, when are they going to come and cut the grass? When are they going to fix the fences? Whereas here, we all care for it that much that we do it without even thinking about it. And to me, it's seeing that community spirit and seeing the people work together, doing something they really love. And that really, I think, is a fantastic thing to see.
A city farm is a place where people can get a little bit of the countryside in the city. We aim to reconnect people with the food they eat, where the food comes from, and we aim also to reconnect them with the natural environment, which we all depend on for our survival. And underpinning all that are the people, and as a community farm here in Swansea, we're about reconnecting people with other people as well.
By providing allotments and community gardens for the community, people can socially interact and meet through the medium of gardening. I think it just gives people the opportunity to get together, producing their own food.
Community Orchard for us is open and accessible to the community. We're in this position where the orchard was on council-owned land. They weren't maintaining it and unfortunately the fruit was going to waste. So via liaison with themselves and having an interested group of people, we've basically restored the area, made it open and accessible to the community so they can come in at the right times of year, they can come and pick their own fruit or be involved in group activities such as the pruning or other grafting and maintenance at different times of the year, but basically they can come and help themselves to the fruits.
COCA is a CSA. COCA means Kairos Organic Community Agriculture. A CSA is, as it means, community supported agriculture, is where the community form a partnership with the farmer or grower to grow the vegetables together. They take responsibility of the financing of it, they take responsibility of the growing, and it's a bond between the both parties, and from it you share the vegetables on a weekly basis according to the season of the harvest.
A forest garden is, well, it's now more talked about as edible gardens. The original idea of a forest garden was to mix an orchard and, say, soft fruits and herbs. You can have a pond, you can grow annual veg, but to mix all those different types of growing things, which will all be edible or usable in some way, mix them all into a sort of forest, but forest is a difficult word to understand, so maybe a young woodland is a better way of sounding it out.
A garden share scheme is a scheme that allows somebody who hasn't got a garden space to grow food. For whatever reason, you know, they might live in a flat or they haven't got access to an allotment, but they really want to grow food. It also takes a garden owner and somebody who's got a large garden that they can't cope with, and for whatever reason, maybe it's a lack of mobility, maybe it's a lack of time. They then share a portion of their garden with the grower so that they can grow food. And because it's a sharing project, the garden owner also gets a share of the food, usually about a quarter.
What I think a community garden is a place for people to come together, to enjoy food, plants, and most importantly, each other. People from all walks of life coming together who wouldn't normally mix together.